What's up, Hey Nation? Welcome to Talking to the Fans episode 45. We have not done one of these in a long time, but if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, follow the IG for the future MLB The Show tournament beginning on November 11th. I've really talked about that a lot on my TikTok and trying to put it out there as best I can because it's something I'm really excited for. Um, so I'm excited to get the tournament going, but if you guys want to check out the tournament, go follow the IG. That's all I got to say. IG, Hated Baseball 5. Again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And let's get going into this episode. Today's guest is Fatron 5000. What's up, my guy? What's up, bro?
I'm doing great, man. What about you?
I'm doing great, bro. So I was just mentioning that I was just mentioning about the tournament, Hate Nation. Fatron 5000, he is going to be in the tournament. So how you feeling right now with as of right now we got 4 more days to go, so how you feeling? Are you getting excited or
Yeah, I am very excited, and I got the bye, so like I won't be playing like this week, but hopefully I'll tune into like the live streams and all that for
yeah,
like this upcoming like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for like the wild card games and all that, and yeah, I mean I'm excited for who I'm going to play against the week after, so yeah, man, it's gonna be a wild ride. I'll tell you that.
yeah, for sure. So let's start talking about the whole baseball thing. So who is your favorite team in MLB?
Oh well, I'm wearing a Dodgers hat, but the Dodgers are not my favorite team. They're one of my favorite teams for like a specific reason. But actually, my favorite team is Colorado Rockies, and they've been a team like since I've started growing up. We started watching baseball and all that. So I mean, yeah, that is the reason why I was a Rockies fan.
Got you. So what what made you become a Rockies fan? Like when did you first like fall in love with the Rockies franchise? When did you start being a fan? How did you start being a fan of the Rockies?
It was like about a decade ago, like when I like started watching baseball. The first team I actually watched was the Boston Red Sox because I actually live around Boston. I don't live in Mass though, but I've cable like the TV and like they were always on like a channel which I watch baseball, but that wasn't like my favorite team at all. And like, but it's actually funny. I was starting to hate the Red Sox because like they were like on like every single time, and it's like I kept getting sick of it. It's like why can't I not watch another baseball team, you know? And when it came to 2013, when the Rockies played the Red Sox, I believe it was in Colorado, and I saw this team as like this team looks special to me, you know.
Yeah,
And the Rockies didn't win; they didn't win the series in Colorado. Um, but yeah, that was a team that got like special to my eyes and to my mind and all that. And after that, they've been my team and always will be forever.
nice, bro. That's what's up. That's kind of how I started being a Braves fan. Like you start watching a team and then it just goes on from there. Um,
Yeah.
so the next question I got for you is I know you're a huge Dodger films guy. Um, like me and him, we've talked about on calls before because we're like really close as far as friends go, on social media. But how did you start like falling in love with Dodger films?
It was game one, 2016 on season, and it actually popped up on my recommendation for my YouTube. I was like on my iPad that time. I was like 8 years old at that time, so I had an iPad before I got an iPhone, and I was watching it. Became special to me, and I watched it. I kept on watching it, but I did take a break like around like pandemic time. It's like they weren't like uploading like any stop all videos, so like I just stopped watching it. And then 2021, it was like early 2021 when I came back and started watching it. I just like rewatched like all those videos that I missed out on. And ever since in the current days, I've been watching Dodger films like every day now.
Gotcha. That's what's up, bro. So the last episode I did have Stephen Canez on here. So that was a lot of fun talking to him. Obviously, a Dodger Films member himself. So I think it's just fitting that you come on here right after that because I know personally you're a huge Dodger Films fan. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, actually, like Dodger Films is the reason why I became a Dodgers fan. Like back in the day, I hated the Dodgers. I never liked them, and like as the time went on, I started watching this YouTube channel. I know they were like huge Dodger fans, and it just slowly grown on me. I was like, you know what? Let me just be a bandwagon. I mean, I didn't become a Dodger fan because they started winning games. It was because of the YouTube channel.
got you. So Hey Nation, I wanted to flip back to the Hey Nation MLB The Show tournament real quick. So the question is, and I'm gonna name all the ballparks and who's playing at all the ballparks. So Jack underscore E3 plays at Fenway Park. Grissom World plays at Turner Field. Brody Bodgers plays at Wrigley Field. Carson underscore 7 American Family Field. Wayne Castillo 09 or wait 009 2022. He'll play at Minute Maid. Phatron, which is you'll play at Red Rock Stadium. BSBL Legacy, Diego, he's been on the podcast before. He'll play at Ship It Stadium. BSBL Josh, who's also in this tournament, a creator, plays at Dodger Stadium.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right. I'll keep naming these out. Hey Nation. BSBL Bat Flips, he's in here. He plays at Petco.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Again, I'll repeat that for you, Phatron. BSBL Bat Flips plays at Petco. Landon plays at Yankee Stadium. Landon Mezco, he plays at Yankee Stadium, and I will play at Truist Park. So, what ballpark are you most excited to see a postseason game in this tournament for you? Like, what out of the ballparks we're playing in? What is the
yeah? You said one of them was PNC, right?
What's up?
But yeah, you said one of them was like PNC, like where the Pirates play.
Petco, that's what I said.
Oh, Petco. Yeah, Petco is one of my favorite stadiums right now, and I can't wait to play over there. But then again, obviously, to be biased, I mean, I can't wait to play at Red Rock Stadium, which is my park to play in. And yeah, I mean, any park, I just love every baseball park I played. So yeah, I can't wait.
Definitely. I want to dive into the whole World Series. The Astros parade was today. But what I want to talk about is the Astros for a minute because, man, like it took them 5 years to get back. They've made 4 World Series in the last 6 years. They're a dynasty right now. I feel like they got a chance to win another one in this stretch. They definitely could.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. And the Astros, they're gonna be a good team for like the next like few years. Like back in the day, like they were tanking for like about like 5 to 6 years, and like got Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, and like 2015, I think that was the year they got him. Yeah, Alex Bregman they got, and a lot of future players too. And they also traded for Carlos Gomez. And that 2015 Astros team, by the way, that was pretty fun to watch. But 2017, the history and like the history of that team always be controversial no matter what. No matter like how many championships like they win and all that. They're always gonna talk about that year.
Yeah, definitely. I think the one thing that stands out too is they continue to always put a good team on the field. Like only 5 of the players on their roster are there from 2017. So for a lot of these guys, this is fresh. Like this is their first rings, except for guys like Bregman, Altuve, Verlander, Yurli Gurriel. I guess that's it. I can't think of the 5th player, but
Michael Brantley.
I don't think.
Brantley. I think it was Michael Brantley.
Yeah, I don't think he was there in 2017. I think he joined the team in 18.
Yeah, it was one of those years.
Yeah. Um. So for you, for the Astros, when do you see their dynasty ending? Like, when do you see their run of just making the World Series or the LCS ending?
Well, it's not gonna last for that long because it will be taken over by the Seattle Mariners. I think in like the next like few years, the Mariners have a young team in their sight. The Astros, I mean, Altuve, he's starting to get old. Brayman, he's like about like around his like early 30s now. Brantley, he's almost to retiring. Gurriel, he's 37 years old. But hey, German Pena, Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker, Chad McCormick, Maldonado, he might be leaving soon as well. Verlander, he's like almost in his 40s. Valdez, he's a youngster. McCullers, I think he's a youngster too. The bullpen is like, hey, they're not that bad. They're actually pretty good. Hector Ryan Presley, um, and a couple other players too.
Yeah, and speaking of
One sec.
hey Nation, speaking of one of those pitchers that he just mentioned, Lance McCullers was the fifth guy on that 2017 Astros roster that I forgot to talk about. So
All right, yeah, man. My apologies, man. I mean, my family's around here, so yeah,
you're good, bro. I was just mentioning Lance McCullers Jr. is actually the fifth guy I forgot to name that was on the 2017 roster.
yeah. They actually started a couple games.
Yeah. Um, I think. How did your love for baseball begin?
2000. Oh, it was like 2010, 2011, around that time.
Nice. So in 2010, like, did you start playing baseball or were you playing baseball at the time?
2012 was my first ever year of baseball, and I played baseball for a few years, and I stopped playing in 2019. I was thinking about playing in 2020, but pandemic hit, so I just stopped playing it. And then like I just like watched like more baseball and I just don't really feel like playing like baseball for like a high school team or anything. I just love watching baseball.
I got you, man. So when you started playing baseball, like, what position did you adapt to? What position were you playing most of the time? What was the position you loved playing?
So what I love playing is second base, shortstop, third base, but I was usually an outfield player, you know, left field, right field, often center, but my favorite position is probably second base or shortstop because it's like easy throws and all that, and I'm a very good accurate thrower. I mean, I know you haven't seen me throw or anything,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. But I have practice. I played a lot of baseball out there, and hey, sometimes I just go out there. I go to like a park or something like that, and I just play baseball by myself or like with some friends.
Yeah, bro. Like, if anyone who's watching this has access to go to a park, even if it's like just by themselves, definitely do it. Like, bring a tee, like bring whatever you can. Like, bring a bat, bring a tee. Heck, you can even throw pop-ups to yourself if you have to do that.
So I
Like,
do all the time.
yeah, same here. Like, like whatever you can do to keep yourself active, playing baseball. Like, I always say, like, you might as well do something than do nothing at all, because if you do nothing at all, you're not going to get better. But if you make an attempt to do something, then you will get better.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
it just goes to show that if you have to be in this situation, if you have to do it, you can make it from you just working by yourself. Like, that's not really a thing I've heard people talk about a lot in the community, but as long as you have a glove and a ball, you're good.
Yeah. I am a great outfielder, and so, yeah, great outfielder, great infielder because I do that all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, so I guess I'll talk about the Phillies here. Like they had a 2-1 lead going in. Um, and I expected the Phillies. How did you feel like just when the Phillies like lost? Like, did you feel shocked? I mean, I know it wasn't a mad feeling because you're not a Phillies fan, but was the feeling like shocking, or what was kind of your feeling when they had a 2-1 lead and just collapsed in the last 3 games? Like they were crushing it this whole postseason. They didn't really slow down, then just boom, the last 3 games they don't hit.
Yeah, funny story. Um, like the Phillies were like the only team I did not want to win the World Series. Like I didn't want the Phillies to win the World Series like before the playoffs like even began. Like when the playoffs like started, I was like, I want this team to win. Like this team like doesn't really deserve anything. All it is Bryce Harper and like Kyle Schwarber. Like those are the only two players that deserve to win the World Series and all that. All the other teams, Seattle Mariners, like the drought, the Yankees, like Aaron Judge's last year potentially. You know, of course you got the Cardinals, you got the big three, like the big three's like final year possibly. The Rays, I mean the Rays, they just recently lost in the World Series and they deserve a ring like as soon as possible. The Guardians, I call them the Indians by the way. I'll call them the Guardians. Yeah. Yeah, the Guardians, youngest team like in all of baseball, and they had a really good year. And the Blue Jays, I was so like I was like on like the train for like, oh yeah, the Blue Jays gonna have like 100-win season or like something like that, and they just completely fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Your Atlanta Braves. I was like, hey, I want to see them go back to back. Of course, the Dodgers, only because that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And any team but the Phillies, and the Phillies crushed the Atlanta Braves dreams. I wanted the Padres to beat them so bad, but they couldn't beat them at home. So yeah. And like when the World Series is like, I just felt bad for the Phillies. It's like they came a long way, but just to lose. But at the same time, the reason why it makes most is because on the other side of the Houston Astros, Dusty Baker wants first ring. I feel happy for you guy. I'm happy for Jeremy Pena. I'm happy for Yordan Alvarez. I'm happy for Altuve to shut up the haters and the critics and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel happy for all the Houston fans. Again, if you're a Houston Astros fan watching this, congratulations, man, because y'all just silenced all the haters out there. Um, like I'm over the cheating scandal. I mean, it sucks. It's bad for baseball, but I'm a
But I
person.
think it's now. I think it's like the fans are gonna start to get over it because like if the Astros did not cheat like in that second like World Series run, then I don't think they're not gonna. I think like almost all the fans are gonna get over it, except for the Dodgers fans. But other than that, most of the fans are gonna get over the fact that says like, hey, finally won a championship without cheating. Congratulations,
Yeah. Like I know the Astros, they wanted to do it. They wanted to win a championship without cheating. They just wanted to prove to everybody they could win a World Series without trash cans, and that's what they went on to do.
Yeah, I feel happy for them.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm really over the Astros as well, like you guys don't see it probably when you guys think about, oh, the Astros are a bad team. Oh, they cheated. The thing is, there's only five guys that are even on the team right now from 2017.
Yeah, it's like five guys. It's like yeah. Well, I think of five guys. I think of the restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah, but all jokes aside, yeah, but those five guys in the Astros team, hey, they got their and now their fans their first like real ring. It's like
yeah,
how 2017 like the Dodgers won the series, but the Astros like stole the ring.
yeah. So let's talk about a moment from Game 6.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm trying to wait for a second. Hey Nation, bro. Like I never have this go on where people people have to like get up. Yeah. So you with us? You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, perfect. So the moment I wanted to talk about, the moment from Game 6, the huge moment, the Jordan Alvarez home run. I was on live. If you guys have looked at the live or seen my reaction to the home run, you guys know. But just tell me like, and tell everybody watching like, what through your head at that moment as a baseball fan?
Well, in that moment, the best moment about that home run wasn't Yordan Alvarez. It was Joe Davis calling that home run.
Exactly.
Joe Davis is, I think this might be controversial, but this is a hot take. He's the next voice of baseball. He's the next voice of baseball with you know, Jack Buck and Vince Scully and Joe Buck as well. I think Joe Davis, he's in his 30s, I think, and he's got a long way to go. He could commentate the next 25 World Series games, like the next 25 World Series.
Yeah. Like I think Joe Davis, he's a great guy to fill the role for Joe Buck. And he's shown it this whole postseason. Not just the World Series, but the whole gosh dang postseason.
Yeah. And you want to know something? He could literally change he can literally change MLB The Show 23 if he's the commentator.
I I 100% agree with that. Like MLB The Show needs another commentator because you guys see.
Yeah.
I don't really have to explain much, but you guys see if you guys play the game.
Yeah.
So I did want to discuss about my tournament. Who do you see winning and why do you see them winning?
I like I said, so in the group chats and all that, we've been talking about the predictions. For my money is on Grayson World. He's in the NL. I thought he was in the AL for a second, but no, he's in the NL. Yeah, he's gonna be tough to beat. He's got all 99 overalls. His pitching, his bullpen, his offense, his bench, even all of his players are 99 overalls. Yeah. And I think even though I haven't seen him play, I can tell if you have a full 99 overall squad, you are most likely gonna be a favorite to win the whole entire thing.
Oh, for sure. So I'll review with you guys the seeds. I am the 1 seed in the NL. BSBL Legacy is the 1 seed in the AL. Carson Dot Frederick is the 2 seed in the NL. And my guy Damon on here right now, he's the 2 seed in the AL. Grissom World 18, the 3 seed in the NL. AL 3 seed Rio the Bird 8984. And these are IG usernames. You guys want to check them out. You guys should check them out since they're going to be in the tournament and be a huge part of it. But these are by their IG Instagram accounts. Just putting that out there. The 4th seed in the NL is Brody Bodgers. 4th seed in the AL, Jack _E3 _. 5 seed in the NL, Landon Mezco. 5 seed in the AL, BSBL Josh, a fellow creator. 6 seed in the NL, Wayne Castillo. And to wrap it up, to touch it off, the 6th seed in the AL is BSBL Bat Flips.
Yeah, all good players. I'll tell you that they're all good. Yeah, I wish all of them. I wish all of them the best of luck, and I wish whoever wins the tournament, including me. I mean, of course, I believe in myself that I can win, but if I don't, whoever wins, of course, I respect and we got to tip the cap and all that stuff. The others have to as well. It's for respect, it's for loyalness, and it's for fun. It's not for competitiveness. It's just for fun. You can just pitch 45 knuckleballers right down the middle if you want.
really, it's just a for fun thing. Like, I'm motivated to win personally. I think a lot of people are, but I'm not going to be devastated or mad if I lose because it is a for fun thing. And technically, I'm going to be a part of the tournament because I'm hosting it. So that's one thing I have.
Yeah. One thing, bro. So I don't know if you guys know this. So for the viewers who are watching this, me and Hayden, well, I mean me personally, we try to get Javi to get in this tournament because I actually have Javi follow. Like we have each other followed on Instagram, and you know, last time he texted me it was like 6 months ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to shoot him out a text, and he didn't see my response, and it still hasn't. So I deleted the message anyway. So yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
get him in time, but it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to dive to some contracts going on around baseball. Edwin Diaz, 5 years, 102 million. How do you feel about that deal?
He doesn't deserve that much money.
I I full on agree. Like, I mean, Edwin Diaz, he had a great year last year. Yeah, but he's been on and off
It,
the whole career of his.
he's been he's good. Like he's one of the best closers, but to get 20 million a year for pitching like 1 to 2 innings, like pitch like 4 innings per week. Like starting pitchers are getting like $90 million for like 5 to 6 years to pitch like at least five a game. Like I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it's if it's Bruce Sutter or it's like all those players from the 70s and 80s, like the greatest closers of all time. Nobody deserves $100 million for a 5-year contract if you're a closer, if you're pitching like an inning a game, or you don't even make it to an inning. You pitch like 30, give up like 3 runs. No, nobody deserves $100 million.
Like, I don't know. I feel like Cohen went a little too far. I mean, he can afford to eat up his contract in the last few years if things do go wrong for Diaz, but like, you don't see 5-year relief pitching contracts in the game now. You just don't see that.
No, you don't. And it's like I just think the Mets like messed up on this move. Like here's the thing: if he wants $100 million for 5 years, don't sign him. It's 20 million a year. Like and like you're a closer. Or just start him or something. Just like put him as the starting pitcher. Then he probably deserves it a little bit. But the fact is, he's a closer. Right? The guy pitches like 1 to 2 innings. I would say if I was the Mets, I would let him go. Despite like the popularity of this guy for like his entrance team and all that. It does not matter about that. It's I mean, yes, like these days, like pitchers are like all about the money. Like they want to go for like as much money as they want. But the fact is that if you pay this man, there's like two sides. It's like one is like this guy's gonna do like 50 saves a year, or like two, this guy's gonna have a downfall year, and you're gonna regret. And the fans are even gonna regret this signing.
Yeah, for sure. Like the Mets, they gotta go out and they gotta sign all these free agents. After
Yes, yeah. Speaking of the Mets, they're losing Jacob Degrom.
yeah, like
I
I
think
think
yeah, I think in my personal opinion, sorry for interrupting, by the way,
you're
but in my personal opinion, I think Jacob Degrom is signing with Cardinals.
like that really is not a bad move. I've said that to you before, like privately, like well, we've talked, but in all reality, it's not a bad move because the Cardinals they need pitching help. They need starting
Yeah,
pitching help. So DeGrom,
yeah,
he can fill
yeah,
that.
yeah. All right, I'll be right back for 1 minute.
Hey Nation. Hey guys, I just gotta say again, I appreciate the support all year. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these episodes. Um, but they're not stopping, they're not planning on stopping. Um, I actually had some issues logging into my Zoom, so that's why the episodes have been a little delayed, but looks
Yeah,
like looks like Fatron's back, so we can keep going. Um, so I know your love for Dodger films. Like, who are your top 3 favorite Dodger films players of all time, and why?
So all time. All right. So there's one guy who's actually not currently in Dodger films. Actually, like one of the few people I started watching. So number 3, it's a tie between Gabe and Javi, um, and Anka as well. Two is Costco. I don't know if you heard about the guy, but
Oh, of course.
yeah, Costco was a great player, and he was an OG back in the day. And number 1, I don't know if you guys don't know. I haven't told you this. This guy's my idol. That guy is Lil Kirsch. Lil Kirsch is my guy. He's my number 1. And he's not that good anymore. I'm kidding. But Lil Kirsch, he's actually pretty good. Top 10 player. Arguably, I think he's top 5. Just has downfall games, you know. But hey, man, everybody has a bad game these days. So yeah, I just hope Lil Kirsch just wins an MVP one day.
Yeah.
It will happen, hopefully.
When Kirsch is dialed in, he is consistent.
Yeah, on Team Benny, not Team Bobby.
Yeah.
The Team Benny, he's good. The Team Bobby, he's not that. I mean, he's good. He's just not. He's just not as good as he's on the other team, you know.
Yeah, so hey Nation, I'm gonna wrap things up here in a little bit, but I'm gonna review the schedule for this tournament because it is out. I'm about to release it on a video here pretty soon. I just have not yet, but I am gonna tell you guys the Hey Nation MLB The Show tournament schedule. So here's what we got. And these are games 1 and games 2. So Brody versus Landon, game 1, 7:05 p.m. Eastern, Friday the 11th. Wayne versus Grissom, game 1 of their series, starts at 6:05 p.m. Eastern on the live on Insta. Jack versus Josh will be at 9:07 p.m. East. Wait, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, Friday night. And to cap it off, Rio versus BSBL Bat Flips, game 1, 9:07 p.m. Eastern, Friday night. So that's just kind of a preview of the schedule for game 1. My recording time is running down, but I gotta discuss a couple more topics with you, bro. In the last 5 minutes before this thing shuts off. So if you could preview us with a 1-2-3 punch rotation for you, even a 4-star, like what does Hayden Nation expect your rotation to be like in the tournament?
So I'm gonna start with game 1. Well, I mean, it's not well, but then again, it's a fun tournament, so that's for fun. All that I talked about him. So game 1, Shane McClain hit 99 overall. Game 2, 99 Walker Buehler. Game 3, 98 Whitey Ford, and it's my 4th starter, 99 Zach Wheeler. And then game 5, I will probably switch back to Shane McClanahan. So I mean, if possible, like because like I'm in the division series, so like if possible for like a 5th game, you know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap things up, Hayden Nation, but this is a tradition. So I'm gonna ask you. So if you had to challenge any creator or anyone to come on the podcast, who would you challenge to come on this podcast?
It could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
I need a part 2 matchup with Lil Kirsch. Lil Kirsch, I mean, actually one time I sent a message. I sent like the photo of like the first time we ever played, the only time, on Instagram. He liked my message and he just unliked it. He just left me out like that. I want a part 2 matchup with Lil Kirsch. I want a competitive call matchup with Javi. And yeah, that's all I want. I'll be right back 1 second.
Well, basically, he said what he needed to say. So sorry for all the cutouts. But yeah, hey nation, I'm gonna end it. Make sure to tune in to the MLB The Show tournament on November 11th. So yeah, hey nation, peace out. I'll see you on IG. I'll see you here next Talking to Fans episode. But for now, peace out. Peace out, hey nation. You guys are
Yeah,
awesome.
peace out, guys. All right, see ya.